Is this already recording? Hello, Judith. Welcome back.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome back, everyone, to the series in which we code a virtual bookshelf. We started out to build like a real prototype, not a clickable prototype on Figma, so to say. We wanted to code a real prototype using Supabase and React, and just to show what is possible if you kind of want to make something a little bit more interactive and a little bit more permanent and engaging than, for example, a Figma prototype. And with me is Judith, as always. Thank you for joining again. Judith, where did we leave off last week?
Yes, let me share my screen. I think then we can all see where we left off. Okay, so maybe to recap, the goal was to have like the classic CRUD application where we can display books, but also create, update, and delete them, and we can do all these things. So I think from like a functionality point of view, we did what we wanted to do, and then last week we tried to make things look more pretty. So it was it's still quite plain, minimalist, I would say, but we fixed a lot of button alignments and I don't know, fonts and whatnot. So I think it looks quite cute right now. So I think that's where we left it off.
We don't have the red delete button anymore.
Yes, this one is a bit more subtle. I like it.
Cool.
And what's next? I think we're not quite sure. We were just discussing what we're doing today, and then Nils was like, let's just record it and we can also share our thoughts.
Exactly.
So I think we have a few options, right? So one thing we mentioned is putting these two buttons, the edit and delete button, in some sort of context menu. That could be nice. Another thing,
kebab menu with the three dots.
Yeah, exactly. That could be nice. Another thing we discussed is right now, I think this is actually a good example because we have a lot of optional data points in our book object. I think technically to create a new book, all you need is the title and the author, but there's a lot of additional information that you can add, such as the year and a description and personal notes and a rating. Now we can also see here if you have like a book with just very minimal data and then one with a lot of data, it kind of screws up the alignment a little bit. So we were thinking if we only show like the most kind of crucial data in this view, and then we can click on the cards and, I don't know, either open some sort of overlay with all the detailed information, or I don't know, we could also display it on hover. We could also add routes. So this could be like the /books route, and then we could have a like /books/ID route for a single book.
Yeah.
But that would open like this whole big topic of routes and
routing. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. And finally, I think one fun
please.
thing we definitely wanted to do at some point, I don't know if we're doing it today, is make these little stars for the rating clickable so that you can... So first of all, I think that when you hover on it, that they're filled, not just outlined, but filled. Yes. And then when you click it, that means you can change the rating. That would be, I think, a cute little detail.
That would be very cool, yeah.
So what do you think? What do we do today?
Yeah, so I think the layout issue, that at least that bugs me a lot.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we spoke about the red delete button, and that was particularly annoying last week because you had it as often as you have a book in the list. And the suggestion of the little menu to hide the actions in, I think that was the reasoning was twofold. Like it could be more than two actions. or actually, yeah, it had many reasons. So like this sort of thing, I think it looks very repetitive if we have these icons everywhere. It's not very accessible because like we put a label on the button, so for a screen reader it would say edit, and we're also just prototyping. Not super, we don't have to deep dive here, but still, I think in these cases, a pen and a trash can is probably clear enough for what it's gonna do. But if we have something else on there in the future that might not have such a clear depiction in an icon, it would kind of be nice if it just said edit and had a pen, you know? So, and that would be much easier to do in a menu. But Judith, I think where we left off in our pre-recording discussion, right, was we kind of have two issues. We have this thing that you described, that one thing is very short and the other tends to be very long, and we still need the detail. And I just thought, when we hit record, maybe we just don't have the actions on the index screen, you know, and maybe the action that you do is, like, we make them all show similar amounts of content, like the first one that is super minimalistic, and then the example book title next to it. Maybe it does show you notes, but just like one line, and then we cut it off with the ellipsis icon. Yeah. Right, and then you open it, and from there you can edit it. Like from there you can edit it, you can delete it, because it feels almost like you have a click and then you get to do something. And we don't have it, we don't have all of these repetitive icons.
Nice.
Should we do that maybe and try how that looks?
It.
And we kind of know how to open a dialogue, so we don't have to open the box of routing today.
Yeah, that would be my question. Like, how do we open it? Do we make the entire card clickable, and then this kind of detail view opens in some sort of modal dialogue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's the one that we already have, and so we could kind of make a component like book detail, and chuck that into the dialogue component.
Yeah, true. We're already using the dialogue.
And if we hit edit, we can just unmount the book dialogue and put the like the edit form in there or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Cool.
Yeah, should we try?
Let's do it.
So, where do we start?
With a new component, right? I think.
Yeah.
I liked book detail as a
cool
name. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Book detail?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So,
let's move all the content that we have on a book in there, and then we can totally chip away on what we still show on the list, right? Because
exactly.
Noise.
Let's do it.
I guess we can actually grab a lot of the markup that we currently have on a list item book in our book component.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Because we're not trimming anything or whatever.
Mm. And our book details, that's also going to be like a dialogue, right?
Well, how did we set up the dialogue? Yes. Okay, totally. Yes. It's going to be dialogue content, and then dialogue header, and then, well, not form.
Not form, exactly. So I think I'm gonna copy like the dialogue markup from here.
Cool.
Actually, maybe we call it book details dialogue, just to make it a bit more clear.
Yeah, noise, yeah. Yeah, I was not sure if we had the dialogue in the component. I'm gonna assist and grab the markup from the current
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, and bring that along.
Dialog header.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's take care of all these imports.
Ah, yeah. I was wondering why it's so unhappy.
It's somehow these auto imports are not working in this code sandbox thing, but it's okay. I'll just copy them.
Where's the developer convenience?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's maybe create an interface for the props. What do we need? So, because it's the dialog, again, we will have, I guess, is open and handle on open change to kind of open and close the dialog. Yeah.
Do you think we can reuse that from the app? Let's
What do
see,
you
I
mean?
guess. Like the
you mean if it's
the state?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because technically I guess it's two different dialogues, right? So in our app component we would probably have something like what did we call the other one? Is book dialog open and is book details dialog open? Maybe.
Oh.
Right? To make sure like which dialog we want to open?
That is true. That is, yeah, that's also a lot more explicit. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's better. All right.
It's not happy like this.
I'll get the content in down here. And so this is just title, I suppose. And then Judith, we're also gonna have the entire book in here, right? How did we do that in the...
I was just gonna say, so I think we can just pass that as a prop. So I would just say book.
Yeah, perfect. We do have the book.
Yeah, and then you should be able to do like book dot type. Well, we have to first pass our props in here as well, I think.
I'll get the book type for you.
I think it's already.
Oh, you already have it. Oh.
Yeah,
Cool.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, no, not that. Open change.
Cool. And then we can probably just destructure the book into all of the...
Yeah, true. Can also do
Yeah?
that. Yeah.
Oh, it's giving me all of the convenience right on.
Nice.
I think it's pretty cool that we can do this more or less simultaneously. I mean, we know the limitations now, but oh yeah, I have questions for you, Judith.
Oh.
I have questions.
Aye.
I don't know, are you done already?
Yeah, I was just having a look at what you did.
Oh, cool.
Nice. So you kind of pasted everything over, right? All the details that we might want to display.
Exactly. And
Nice.
so I guess my question is,
Yes.
what do we do with the deleting and the and the editing. Like, let's start with the deleting. So we had the handle on edit book. Oh no, edit. No, on delete. On delete button click was our handler, and we are showing a little alert, window.alert thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose maybe the delete stuff could come in here now, and we don't even have to pass it.
You mean just where is our delete function? I'm trying to find it.
Good question. Is it on the book?
Yeah, it's on the book.
It's on the book. Yeah, you're grabbing your service from our services, book service.
Yes.
And then we're doing it from here, and we're just calling the handle on update books thing.
Yeah, but then we would basically just move that, right, to our dialog component, I think.
Nice.
Because, I mean, we don't want that on our old book component, right?
I think especially the delete thing. I mean, I could see that we do the star updating that you mentioned still immediately on the list item, but deleting feels like something that should be in a singular place.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, well then I'm just gonna copy this stuff over, or actually cut it. Then we'll get some errors, but we can fix that. So where are we? Put that here on delete button click. Now I guess we have to import function from our service. Okay.
I'll clean up a little bit after ourselves in the book, because we don't need the actions anymore. We don't need the ID from the book anymore. And we also don't need the handle on update and handle on edit stuff. So a book item actually becomes a lot easier from an interface perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is actually very nice. Like, it looks a lot nicer, I have to say. Hold on, I deleted a little bit too much, sorry. The star icon we're keeping. So, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I think so. You already deleted the handle on update, right? I think we need something similar now.
Oh yeah.
Dialogue, but
I have it on my clipboard. Do you want it here?
I'm not sure, because actually, did you paste it here?
No.
Let me just think, because what we do is we just pass it from the app component to book item. So maybe we just pass the same thing to our new dialog component, and probably the same with the handle on edit.
Yeah.
Because that also kind of happens in the app component, right? Because if we click the edit button from our new dialog,
I think so.
I guess what we want to happen is close our details dialog and open the edit dialog.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that would be cool.
Nice. Cool. So, what do we do?
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to render our new dialog.
I think so. We're doing too much, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we already have, I'm going to maybe continue here. We already have is book dialog open and set is book dialog open. So we're gonna do the same thing, but with book details. Is book details dialog open? Okay. And we are gonna render our dialog. Is open. Okay. Doesn't find the import, I think. Gonna do.
Okay, I just worked through our new book details dialog just to just to remove all the errors.
Nice.
But now I'm back with you.
Cool. Let me. I think we can probably export that as the default. Our oi.
Oh, hold on, I think we have like a little.
Okay, something's wrong with my export. Let's see if we can do that. Oh.
Yeah. But it's complaining about that you. Oh, I think it's complaining about my in the edit button. I just removed the onclick handler because we don't have it yet.
Okay. I think we can just add an empty one for now.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool, perfect.
Like that, maybe. Does it like that?
Not sure. You can probably go console log.
Yeah, I think that's just the linter complaining now.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Unexpected empty arrow function.
But still, we're not really rendering anything. Why is that?
So, for me it says that something in book item is wrong.
Okay, let's check that.
Book item? Oh, in book. Yeah, in the book component. But what's wrong with the book? Oh, cannot destructure property ID of book as it's undefined. Well, that's on me, but where are we using the ID?
Good question. We are in book item.
We don't have the ID anymore, do we? Or we're not showing it anywhere at least. Oh, it's in the book details dialog.
Yeah, but there we need the ID, I think. That was me actually with the ID. Because we need the ID to delete the book.
We don't, we do. And so... I'm not following the error message, I think. Cannot destructure property ID of book. Oh, the book is undefined. Are we not passing it yet, maybe? The entire book?
Yeah, exactly. I think we are like somewhere in the middle right now. Okay, let's go back to our app function.
Yeah.
First of all, is open, is...
Oh, yeah.
No, that's where I left actually. I wanted to fix the import. Okay, so I think we have the import now.
All right.
And now, we are missing all these properties. So is open should be is.
No panic.
It's when you try to do 27 things at a time.
Yeah, that's
on
true.
open change is set is book details dialog open, and we need a book. But what is the book? Selected. So we have selected book. And
We have selected book, but we're only setting it when we open the book dialog.
Yes.
That's on this handle on update change.
But then
function.
maybe we just... So we have selected book. No. Ugh. Hang on a second. What are we using selected book for? That's for the book dialog when we want to edit a book, right?
Yes.
But that's fine. That's actually the same selected book, I guess, as the one we want to display.
Yes.
So I think we can reuse selected book, but we only render our dialog if a book is selected. Maybe. So if we go like this, then it's happy. Maybe.
But
no, because something is still missing.
Hey, for me and also our beloved audience,
Yes.
quick recap. So we're passing handle on open change to the book dialog, right? And book dialog is maybe we should also rename that, because that is now to the one that we call when we with the form in it. It's the new
Yes.
and the edit thing, right? And
Yeah.
how does this whole setup work again? So because in handle on open change, we set the selected book.
Yes.
And why is that called from within the book dialog? Huh?
I think the part that's still missing is that we need to set the selected book when we click the card,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because before,
I mean,
Yes,
we did
so-
that on edit and on new book already. Like from these two actions, we kind of opened, right? Like when we say new book, then it shows, then we don't set the selected book because that's a new, but we do it on the edit button. That's, I think, where we came around with it.
yes, exactly. I think, so basically, when we have our book item, because we used to have the edit and the delete button in our book item component.
Yes.
We don't have that anymore. So you cleaned that up already, I think.
Yes.
So we should be able in a second to remove these two things from our book item.
All right.
But so far, when we click the edit button in the old book item component, we set the selected book and we open the book editing dialog component.
Oh, yeah.
So
All
I would
right.
actually maybe let's write some stuff and see if it makes more sense. Let's write a function, what do we call it? Const open book detail view, maybe? Book detail view.
Maybe dialogue. Then it's the same name.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that. Book,
Yes,
open
I
book.
got to name something.
Cool. Yeah, I think we, at some points, we screwed up our naming a little bit. We
I
have, like, all
always
these
screw up naming.
components, and they're all called book.
It's horrible. We can do a refactoring session.
Yeah, but that's actually one thing that would be a little bit easier in like a proper editor, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so let's think. When we click on the card, we want to do what? We want to set selected book
Toads.
to the book,
Yes.
and we want to set is book details dialog open to true,
Toads.
right?
Awesome. Exactly.
Details, let's call it details, just for the sake of consistency. Now, where do we call that function? Where's our card? Basically, our card is the book item, right? So, can we give this one an on-click? Maybe not.
Well, I mean, yeah. We should just do that. And then in the book item, we can just put like a little button for now. No. In the book item, a little show button. Yeah, or like right? We want to show the book. That's what our current goal.
Yeah, but when? Like, do we want to make the whole card component clickable? Or do we want a button to show the book?
I think we kind of want the whole thing to be clickable. I just thought for it to be easier, we can just chuck in a button for now, and then worry about making the whole card clickable later.
I don't even know if it's easier, to be honest. My issue right now is I would love to just kind of handle the whole on-click thing in
the
this
app.
app component rather than passing yet another handler to the book item. So
Hey, but then
I'm just playing around here. But what happens if we just wrap it in a div? And
yeah, totally.
clickable?
How about wrap it in a button? No harm in that.
Wow.
It's a huge ass button.
True.
I want AI emoji reactions in the video stream.
It's a huge ass button.
Amazing idea. Such
Nice.
a genius
So
person.
many missing key prop. Yeah, we can move that up here. Okay.
Cool.
Some less.
And then this can just be a button. Right?
Yeah.
Oops. Boink.
Cool. Okay, that really screwed up our alignment. That's alright.
Oh, that is so sad. I can fix that. That's fine.
Yeah, you fix that. I'll try to make the rest work.
Boop.
Stop. Open.
Oh, maybe we can do even something smarter. Oh.
Funny story. We are not returning anything in our book details dialog. That always happens to me when I create a new React component. I
Oops.
forget to return the HTML. But we can fix that. Noise. Okay. less errors. It's good. Let's see. Oh! We have a dialogue opening.
Hey, so cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want, right? Nice. Okay, what you doing? You're making things pretty again. I like it. Oh yeah, much better. Nice.
Is it still working though? It is. Oh. It's even
Cool.
kinda accessible. Let's not go nuts. Just needs like an outline, but yeah. All right. That is super cool.
Super nice. Let's just... Okay, probably... So book item, we don't really need the handle on update and on edit anymore, right? We can get rid of those, I think.
Yeah.
Nice, so that's good. Alright, so we've got like the whole open close situation handled. That's good. Then I guess we can go back to our book details dialogue and see if there's anything still missing. There's definitely stuff still missing, right?
Yeah, so I mean the deleting does work, I suppose.
True, it should. Are you sure you want to permanently delete this book? Let's try it. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't close the dialogue. That's the only thing.
But we can just add that. Where do we add that? On the delete button, click. Okay, so we confirm, we delete the book, then we do... Actually, then we will close our dialogue maybe.
Yeah.
So we will call handle on change false. And then we update the books. Okay, let's delete
Sweet.
this test book.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. You did. Awesome.
This is cute.
I love it. And now for the editing.
Doesn't do anything so far. But we already have handle on update books. So let's just maybe pass it to this empty onclick function. Handle on update books.
Handle on update books.
But so we are passing that from the parent component, but I'm not sure what it actually does.
But I think it updates the books. And we
Is
have
that what we want?
we
Handle
have
update.
a thing that's called handle on edit book,
We want that one.
right?
We want that one, not.
And
on
I think
update.
the additional thing that we should be doing here is that we have another dialogue. Like we have to close the one dialogue that you're in right now and keep the set is book dialogue open because that opens the edit dialogue, right? I think we can
What?
even, yes, so like we're currently in the dialogue, we have the dialogue open that shows us the book,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And in there, you click on the edit button now. So what we want is that this dialogue goes away and kind of reappears, or like the other dialogue opens and shows us the form, right?
Yes.
And so before, what we did on the handle edit book function on the list was that we kind of set the selected book. I think we can skip that part now because you can only get to the edit function from the dialogue where we already had done that. We can keep it, whatever, but I mean, we don't have to.
Yeah.
And then we close the one dialogue and open the other dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I guess what we are passing to our book details dialog shouldn't be handle on update books, but rather something like handle on edit books, maybe?
I totally realize now that I should not have cleaned up the book dialogue prematurely, because I think we could
It's fine.
we could just steal from there.
Yeah.
I mean, the updating of the books, we said that we just need that function around to call to whenever we delete or edit something, to refresh the list afterwards.
Right. Handle.
Right?
True, so we do need it. Yeah, we need both. Right? Okay, let me undo this. We do need the handle on update to update the books after we deleted one. But then I would say we need another one, which is handle on edit books. Maybe. Which does exactly what you just said. Close one dialog and open the other.
But, I mean, yeah, we have that function already, and I'm kind of wondering, can't we, in there, in the edit function, so we say, close the dialog that shows us the book, open the dialog that edits the book, right? And then if you actually edit the book, yes. Because that's a function from our services, and those are async. So when we call the actual function to edit the thing, we want to be able to call update books. So we refresh. Yeah. Awesome.
And that we are still doing in our app component, right? Where are we doing all the updating? Oh no, that's probably done in the book dialog.
Oh, we have a function on line 29 in app that's handle update. I think that's the one.
Handle update. Yeah, but that just updates the books. Right? That fetches a fresh set of books.
Oh yeah, which one are you looking for?
I'm wondering, where do we call the actual update function? Probably in our book dialog. Handle. Yeah, in the handle form submit.
Oh.
Handle on update. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was lost. But I think basically what you were saying, which is right, is we can do everything, like the whole dialog open closing stuff from our app component.
Yeah.
But kind of the trigger for doing that comes from the book details dialog, right? Because we want that to happen when we click the little pen edit icon.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. So basically what we want still, I think we need another handler in here. Or I don't know, do you see another way around it? So I would say handle on edit book. And that would just be...
and pass the function with the same name. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I guess we can change it a little bit, because right now handle on edit set selected book.
Yes.
Yeah, as you said, we might not even need it, but we can keep it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it should also, I would say, close the other dialog, right? Like you said. So handle on edit, and then in our book details, handle on edit books.
So cool.
And let's call it.
And then you put it on the onclick. Yes, exactly.
Cool. Let's see what happens. Edit. Nothing. Why? Nothing.
But we have errors also in the console.
Where?
Or at least I have some.
Oh, I don't have errors.
You don't?
We don't.
Oh, we don't.
I don't see any errors.
No.
I see nothing.
Indeed. Interesting.
We have a type error here. Handle on edit book.
Oh, you call it edit books? Da-da.
Did I now?
Yeah. In the component, you called it books. I think it's just in, yeah. And then also in the props in the type.
Yes, true. But there is another problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Hang on a second, because so in our component we say the handle on edit book function takes no argument and returns void, but I think the function in our app component takes in a book. So I think our function signatures also don't match here. Handle on edit book. But I think we don't need to pass the book.
We only needed to set the selected book.
True, we might not need it at all anymore. So what if we just do this? Do we still have errors? Oh, looks better. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Boom!
Noise.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, at this point, I know it's a long episode already. Maybe we do it in the next one, but we could totally rename a couple of things.
Maybe we should, because right now we feel the pain.
Right.
And maybe next time, like we wanted to rename things.
Exactly.
I don't remember what we wanted to rename.
Let's look at the app and let's look at the functions first of all, maybe. So we have book dialogue. That is actually our form, right? Like that's just the form in the dialogue. So it's for editing and for creating books.
Yeah.
I think book details dialogue is actually not too bad. Like that is I can totally understand what that is. I mean, I think selected book is also fine. That could also be the current book or whatever, but I think that is not, crucial or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also like, what bugs me most is the book dialogue, and then also the book item, and there it's also confusing that our component that we export is called book item, but the file is called book.
Yeah. Let's start with those two.
Maybe, what do you think if we call the book dialogue book form dialogue, or just book form? We could also just call it book form and book details and kind of omit the fact that it's a dialogue. I don't know. I don't care.
What if we call it edit form? Or because you suggested to leave out the book entirely. I mean.
Oh, true.
Can also just be form. Form dialogue,
Form dialogue. True. Yeah.
Or to make it super explicit, say, create, edit, form, dialogue, or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure. All of these are good, I think. I don't really care. Is there like a better way of saying create and edit? I mean, it would be nice to just call it like edit dialogue, but then we are kind of omitting the fact that it also does the adding of books.
Yeah. In that case, I guess maybe form dialogue is easy to say.
Yeah, so just form dialogue?
Just form dialogue. Then because form also, I mean, it's maybe not the best of all names of all times, but it's definitely a little bit like it reminds you of stuff is happening, just because it's form.
Okay, so let's call this form dialogue. And
what does it do now?
I don't know. Can it do like the...
It doesn't do anything. On my end, it just dies.
Cool.
So now the import on the app, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so this is now form dialogue.
Cool.
Okay.
And then I'll just rename the
yeah,
component.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's one. What do we do about the book item?
Hold on, I'll go in. Oh, you renamed it form dialogue in the function already too. Perfecto.
Yeah.
What was the second one you didn't like?
The book item situation.
Oh yeah, let's just not call it book item. Let's just import it as the book that it is. Why are we exporting it as book item from book? So weird. Let's just export it as book. End of story. Yoink.
Yeah, now we know why. Because book is what we called our data structure in our service. Now I see it. Do you also see it? So we have an import that is called book.
But it's just the interface, right? So maybe we call it book type or something?
I mean, I think we can do book as book type, right?
Oh, cool.
But then we have to, change
just
it here
there.
to book.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then next week we're going to be like, what the fuck is a book type?
What kind of moron is importing this as something else?
Yeah, but I love hating on decisions I made in the past, so that's good.
Okay, cool. So now in the app we can just import it as the book, and we have to do the same importing as book type here too, by the way.
Yeah, true.
That's a little bit annoying, I guess, but I don't mind too much. And so now we can just call this a book. Yoink. This is also book type, and that's that. I think so. Yeah. Okay, we're back to working.
I love this line now. Book, book, book. What do we do?
Yeah. I guess
cool,
if we...
Yeah,
this could be data, I suppose. Right? Like if it... let's see. Maybe we clean up a little bit more. But I really like this change.
Yeah,
because now we can focus on cleaning up the list a little bit, right? And we don't have buttons all over the place, or icons.
Yeah, that's so much nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And what we didn't do, which was actually kind of the goal, is kick some stuff out, I guess, from our book component. So now I guess if we add like, oh, look at that. No, sorry. I think I accidentally opened a book, but I wanted to add another one. So if we add another one with like just 2 properties.
Yeah,
it's still quite short. So next we could think about how to make like the whole book card a little bit more concise and what kind of properties we want to show and which one we might want to abbreviate a little bit.
That is true. Yeah. I mean, now that you just added the book with no rating, we should show, like as soon as we do the editing thing, and we do it as you say, like we always show 5 empty stars.
Yes.
And the filled ones are the actual rating, because then we can also in the list just show 5 empty stars if you didn't provide a rating. And we don't, then we have stars on all of them. I think that will help a little bit with consistency.
Yeah.
Right? And I would argue that maybe the notes, I'm not sure if we have to show them in the list. Maybe, no, maybe just 1 line and then cut it off or something.
Yeah. So I mean, we will definitely show the title, the author. I think we can show the year because if it's there, because it doesn't take up extra space.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I mean for the description, maybe show 1 or 2 lines. I recently learned about a CSS property, line clamp. I didn't know it was a thing.
And in Tailwind, it's ridiculously easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah,
I love
totally.
it. Because I knew that there was such a thing for the horizontal space. But they now apparently it exists for like vertical as well. So that's super cool.
It's so cool. You can just go line clamp 1, yoink, and then it's cut off. Just like that.
Where is it? Oh.
Yeah. It's on the notes.
Ah, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just like, that is such a, I'm on a project right now where we're not using Tailwind. And I just got reminded that this is actually like 4 lines of CSS, including like a weird WebKit proprietary
stuff,
vendor tag and stuff like that. And it's so odd if you're used to just saying line clamp 1, doink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It looks a lot nicer. Noise, good place
Very nice.
to leave it maybe for today. And then next time we definitely have like the star situation, which I'm excited about. So I guess we would get rid of the rating input completely, right? I mean, of this number input that we have here. Also in this like edit book dialog.
Yes, of course.
Input because I'm not happy with this one either. Like it's
it's like
boring.
you can go to 12 and minus. That's my gripe with the HTML number input. Really, it's so hard to control.
To be fair, we didn't invest any time into form validation so far. So then
that's
stuff
true.
like that happens, of course.
Let's do that next week. I think I'm also excited for the star input. Like that will be. I think that will actually be quite something to do.
I think so. It's not as straightforward, I think, and I think it's 2 different things, right? The hovering and the actual like clicking and setting the rating. I would say these are like 2 different tasks.
Yeah.
But it will be fun. So maybe that's what we tackle next time.
Let's do that.
Super cool.
Looking forward to it. See you in the next one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.